Hello, welcome to the 6th part of my series on how I develop a real military faction and build a military base in the game RimWorld. If you haven't watched the previous parts, I strongly advise you to do so and then return to watching this part. You are on the Johny Play channel and here we go. I finally finished researching infantry armor. Going forward, I plan to outfit all of my colonists with either this armor or something better, but overall this armor would be a very good start. Muffalo was going crazy and I really wanted to check out our new stationary automatic grenade launcher. In general, I can confirm that this weapon can play a very good role in our defense if we are attacked by a really large group of raiders. I continued my tests with the grenade launcher and realized that it cannot shoot through walls like a regular mortar, and for effective fire you need to build either barricades or embrasures through which the enemy cannot physically reach us. And just during our trials we were attacked by aggressive bears. And the mortar from the first turn showed itself simply incredible. By the way, in parallel with this, I took the task of changing the weather conditions. Now we will have fog for 9 days, but in return I will receive 43 units of gold and 25 units of combustible substances. Meanwhile, the bears continued to die under the pressure of my grenade launcher. Overall, I think this will be really great fire support for our defenders. I decided that a good solution would be to move the grenade launcher from the inside of the base and put it behind the embrasures on the lower side of our wall. This will be an ideal option in the case when the enemy will go from this direction and we will be able to easily destroy or at least injure a large number of raiders. I begin to expand our territories. For this I begin the construction of a wall in the upper right part of the base. I plan to place a huge field of cotton there, which we will be able to sell for a very high price, because any fabric costs quite a lot and you cannot think about its stocks because you can always grow more. And by the way, just at this time, a new colonist decided to join us. We were not against it, because he turned out to be a good builder and knew how to craft quite well. Meanwhile, the construction was in full swing, and our new colonist, due to a bad mood, began to argue with everyone he saw, and at some point one of my men could not stand it and gave a good beating to the one who liked to shout at others. Our pregnant colonist is ready to give birth. In general, we have prepared for this, and we can start. All our main colonists were present at the process, only our newcomer was not called because he is still an acquaintance rather than a friend. The birth ended successfully, and a new person was born, a boy named Mark. From this moment, our colonists know that their main purpose is to hold the defense and make life as easy and better as possible for the sake of our little colonist. A rather difficult situation occurred. Guests came to us, and at the same time mechanoids landed, who planned to assault our base in the future. The difficulty is that our guests stood right in front of our kill box, and we simply cannot fire on the mechs without causing damage to our friends. Because of this, it was the guests who took the attack on themselves. It was a terrible carnage. Mechanoids were close combat and were armed with blades that cut off whole arms and legs with one swing. As a result, when all our allies were knocked down and the mechanoids went to assault our positions, we managed it quite easily, and after that we tried to save those who were not yet bleeding as quickly as possible. As a result of this meat grinder, I can say that 90% of the rescued guests remained disabled. Each of them lost either an arm or a leg. But in the end, everyone I was able to save left the territory of our base and got home. By the way, one of the rescued guests fell into a rage, but my colonists promptly stopped him with good blows to all safe places for life. Our new colonist turned out to be a traitor and a spy from the enemy faction. At the time of the betrayal, one of my soldiers was near him and a firefight began. The enemy fired first, but my colonist was not one to be timid, and without even giving a sign shot several times in response, which knocked the enemy to the ground. I was so furious with him for this incident that I put him in a cell and undressed him, and after that I cut out the kidney and the heart, after which the traitor died. I think at least this way he will benefit our colony. I decided that it would be a good idea to connect our prison to the main building so that it would simply not make sense for the colonists to go outside without an urgent need. This could be useful in case of toxic fallout and other events in the same vein. I sold the kidney and heart of our traitor to a space merchant, so now we can safely say that this enemy has brought us real benefit. I decided to build a special device that in a short period of time will raise our little colonist to the age when he can bring at least some benefit to our colony. And also at this moment, an old woman who had wonderful abilities in art, construction, plant and animal husbandry joined us. She had certain health problems and was generally not very combat ready, but new hands will not hinder us. And so, when the device was built, I placed our little colonist inside the device. In general, as I understand it, it will grow by 1 year in 1 day, although I could be wrong. If you know more accurate information, please share it in the comments. I expanded the room where we keep the batteries and also built 3 additional batteries. This is quite a good decision because I noticed that at the moment energy is produced much more than the batteries can contain, and it is worth increasing the storage capacity of our colony. We were attacked by aggressive animals. It didn't scare me. It gave me the opportunity to check how my grenade launcher works, and in general I realized that there are some gaps that need to be corrected. I strengthened everything around the grenade launcher with the help of barricades, completed 1 embrasure, and also excavated a part of the mountain that was in the course of fire of our grenade launcher. I hope that this will change the whole situation a little more in our favor. We were attacked by a group of 14 raiders, and the main difference from all other raids is that it was a siege and not an ordinary assault. The enemy brought with him several mortars, but we were also ready for this, and with a well-hit shot our colonist was able to interrupt the construction of enemy fortifications, after which the raiders went on a regular assault where they were destroyed. I would like to clarify that one of them turned out to be too armored, and I did not even understand what exactly gave him such a huge protection. But even he fell under the hail of our shots, after which all the others simply began to run away. We also took 1 prisoner, but when we found out that he was very loyal to his faction and did not want to join us, we simply let him on the organs. I don't even know why I didn't do that with all the raiders we captured before that. The wedding ceremony of my little colonist's parents started. Everything went very well and raised the spirits of all my colonists for a while. Meanwhile, Imperial hunters came to my map and decided hunting a large group of muffalos would be a good idea. As a result, they were all knocked down. I stole an assault rifle and also a minigun, which will now serve me in the defense of my base. Of course, we saved and cured our guests. Then we expanded our refrigerator in order to be able to transfer all the muffalo carcasses to our base, because so much meat cannot go to waste. 2 more of my colonists have decided to become a couple, so it would be a good idea to build them a double bed and put it in the far part of the room. That's how I'll end this episode. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and comment on this video. Also watch other videos on the channel. Johny was with you. Goodbye.